Go for it.
Oh, we're live now. Hey, everyone, it's Hump Day. But guess what? Unfortunately, our main man, Bix, can't be here. And Gus can't make it tomorrow. So today, you get to hump and cuss with Gus. Yeah! That came out all wrong.
What? Yeah, that did. That did. What? I didn't know about Bix. What's Bix's excuse?
They had a family situation came up and you had to go handle it.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Fuck. That's terrible. Or hopefully it's nothing severe.
I think somebody on his wife's side of the family passed away. So our prayers go with Bix's family and our condolences as well and our support.
Indeed, and his wife is a very cool, awesome woman too. Very like sweet.
Well, you have to be to deal with Bix, man. Yeah.
Well, the same argument can be made for us too.
I know. I am a nightmare to deal with. So, oh god, I feel sorry for my missus all the time.
The belching and coffee on my ends, like it's charming in the afternoons, but probably not in the morning. So yeah,
I shed hair everywhere I go, man. So it's all that body hair I'm shedding all over the place. It's just the woman's constantly. I mean, for this Christmas, I'm buying her a Roomba. You know, those robotic vacuum cleaners, so she doesn't have to clean up after me.
Classy, dude. I like it. Classy.
Love it.
I'm going back to the Chi-Town for Festivus. So
nice.
Yeah, dude. It's my favorite holiday by hands down, bar none.
Well, this is the time of the year that the Latin heat himself switches from Jack Daniels to eggnog. Isn't that right, CJ?
Maybe some Jack Daniels or whiskey and some apple cider or something warmed
look at that. Cider and whiskey. I would never even thought.
Dude, Latin heat is a fucking tattoo. You got to get that tattooed somewhere.
Seriously.
Latin heat.
Latin heat. I love it.
Dude, for me, Thanksgiving it's man day. Like it's just me and my brothers, we get as offensive and chauvinist and drunk as humanly possible.
I love it.
Sometimes there's a fist fight, sometimes there's not. But we don't lift a fucking finger. We start boozing at 9, 10 a.m. Start playing poker. Screaming at like that's our one day to be jerk sons, kind of like we don't
love it.
Yeah, dude, and it's a lot of it. Literally, it's my favorite holiday for forever. We get after it pretty fucking hard on Thanksgiving.
It's the most wonderful time.
And the weather I can't speak to what you guys look like, but in Chicago, the weather doesn't become obnoxiously disgusting until January 2nd. So it's still kind of, even if it snows Thanksgiving and Christmas, it's still kind of fucking charming. Like it's clean snow. But at January 2nd, it starts becoming miserable. But during the holidays, the snow's fucking beautiful. I don't mind it at all.
Yeah, man. I mean, New York, it's kind of similar. The weather's still not too bad. Like today, the high is like 48, so it's not too bad. I've heard like New York City during the holidays is fucking beautiful. I heard that they do it. They do it right. They do it right. But I'll be. I don't know, man. I mean, all the crazy crap that's going on. I'm like trying to avoid crowded places these days.
Yeah. Well, dude, what are you afraid of, dude? Cultural enrichment, jihadists?
I don't want to be culturally enriched by somebody like driving a van up on a site. It's not me. If I'm by myself, I wouldn't care. But dude, I swear to God, if somebody were to, if I'm with my kid and I hear a Aloha snack bar somewhere, I'm going to kill someone. I'm literally going to put their head to the wall, and that's it. And the cops are going to show up. He didn't even get to detonate his bomb vest. He got the shit kicked out of him.
I couldn't imagine that constant. Like you're right. I think we're a lot more reckless before, like when we don't have kids or wives or girlfriends around us.
Dude, when we're single and we're young, bro, it's like we're made out of rubber and magic.
Well, yeah, and you don't have to worry about anyone but yourself, and that it's weird. It doesn't matter if I'm talking about like being out with a ex-girlfriend or whatever. People, it seems like you're passing a group of fucking hooligans at 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. Like they're more likely to fuck with you if you're with vulnerable people, be it a woman or kids or whatever. They're like, I never get fucked with when I'm by myself.
No,
But
exactly.
I'd be with like it's weird, and I don't know if they're because again you have to worry about you have to worry about protecting everyone instead of just yourself. So it's
Exactly.
good stuff, man. Good stuff. Well, dude, yeah. If I'll shit. So we're next Thursdays. We're not doing Thanksgiving, obviously, right?
No, unless you want to. I mean, you can call in shit faced, and
I don't know. I don't even know.
Live show shit faced, and you'll be slurring your words.
There's a good chance. It might be hard to do if my mom's attacking me with a broom, like fucking the old school. Yeah. But yes. So yeah, looking forward to the holidays, and we typically as a firm, I can't speak to everyone out there, but we slow down from Thanksgiving to Christmas. For the last four years anyway. So that's historically that's been our slow time. We get really busy up to Thanksgiving. It slows down from Thanksgiving to Christmas, and then we get busy as fuck again January 3rd or whatever, because then everyone's getting ready for tax season and dealing with their retirement shit.
Right, exactly. No, same here. I think this is going to be the only year. I think me and my partner Matt, we're going to be like powering through, and CJ El Cuco himself. You know what? It's like we're undergoing some massive aggression, as the Joker would say in the Dark Knight. We're moving for aggressive expansion.
No, we definitely keep working through the holidays as well. Just the phones don't ring as much. People obviously have other shit going on, which is fine. Have you guys been keeping tabs on all this Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin shit going on the last week or whatever?
A lot. We just had CJ. We just did CJ will tell you. We just did an interview with Adam Levine, not the singer, but Adam Levine from. He was a Bitcoin podcaster. He's also the CEO of Tokenly.
Okay.
And they develop tokens and all that, and great perspectives. And I think he made some very interesting points in terms of what's going on with all this blockchain stuff, and people are just freaking out. But people need to understand it's a good thing, at least for us to be able to debate Bitcoin in a public space, and who's deciding it? We, the people, or the developers, are deciding what their vision of Bitcoin is. Shall it be more like currency? Shall it be more like gold? And that's what the big argument with Bitcoin is. And then that's where all these forking issues and all this other stuff comes in. But at least we're having a debate about it, rather than some bureaucrats behind some government closed doors. Rather than those idiots, making any sort of a case about it, we're the ones deciding it. And then when they roll everything out, it's the marketplace that's going to decide which is the better crypto. And the more forks, the merrier. Hey, why not? I hold Bitcoin, so every time there's a fork, I'm getting a little piece of Bitcoin gold. I'm getting a little piece of Bitcoin Cash. So bring it on. I like it. What say you?
Well, sort of the same thing, but also another side note is that I haven't been. If you hold the private keys, like I do, then and you've had everything pre-fork, I don't really give a shit how it all plays out.
Exactly. That's the same thing with me. I'm all pre-fork, man.
Dude, I own them all. Like oh no, the combined value is over $8,000 now. Like what? Like so that's my position on from a personal investment side. As a firm, perpetual assets for like 4 or 5 years. Here's what we are very, very adamant about. We always are Switzerland, meaning that every time a fight breaks out between alternative media personalities, every time a fight breaks out in the metals community, every time a fight breaks out in like the crypto community, it doesn't matter if it's a reasonable debate and that's the problem. Sometimes they're not like respectful debates. Sometimes people go sometimes gloves come off and you'll see people like trying to tear each other's throats off. From our standpoint as a firm, and this is just me like thinking out loud. It's not even thinking out loud. This is like the position we take. It's bad business for us to ever like pick sides and come down hard on other people. Like I'll come down hard on fucking communists and neocons all fucking day, but if it's alternative media personalities that disagree, or if it's people have want to debate gold. You should buy gold, not silver. You should buy silver, not gold. If it's crypto fork shit, like we just don't get involved. Like, dude, we want to do business with everyone. We don't want to, like, we're going to Acapulco in a couple months, and I'm sure there'll be people on both sides of the debate there. Yeah. So I'm not trying to fucking alienate anyone. So I'm like, well, come one, come all. Like we you know, it's not that we don't have.
It's fanboyism, man. And I think
dude,
Adam Levine made the best point. He goes, he's like, dude, I was in the gaming bloggers phase, and it's like all out war between the PS4 boys and the Xbox guys. You know? and I'm like, hey, I own all of them. I have the PS4, I have the Xbox One X, I got the Nintendo Wii U, the Nintendo Switch. I got them all. Why? The same attitude should be changed. Be pragmatic about it, especially in the crypto space. Because the enemy of my enemy is my friend. We're all fighting big government. We're all fighting central bankers, right? Supposedly.
Dude, that's my theory on it too. And like I said, man, from our standpoint, yeah, I have my own opinions and whatever. But from perpetual asset standpoint, dude, it's bad business. We don't verbally attack or disrespect any other guy that we disagree, or I'm sorry, that we agree with on 95% of other shit.
Right.
Like, we agree on this, we agree on this. All right, we have a disagreement on that. Do I really have to disrespect you publicly and talk shit about you? No, I don't do that kind of shit. Like, dude, it's bad fucking business. It's just, it never made sense to me.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's like I have guests on that there's some things I don't agree with, right? But I'm not going to talk junk about my guests.
No,
like, you know what I'm saying? That's just stupid.
Yeah, but to each their own. If everyone wants to continue demonizing whatever, it's none of my fucking. It's none of my business. I'm like we said in the beginning, I happen to have not, liquidated anything post fork, so I don't give a shit. Like, great. I don't see how anyone who had Bitcoin, longer than 3 or 4 months has a problem with the aggregate value being over $8,000 right now. Like, oh no, like it's $8,000, dude. Well, it's been like it's been a 10-bagger this year, like this fucking calendar and fiscal. Like when we were, what was it in January? 700, 800, like 6. I don't even fucking remember, man. Dude, it's a fucking 10-bagger in one fucking year, like the aggregate value. So what the fuck? Like, what is everyone so fucking pissed about?
Because you know what? They're miserable people, and if you look at their life and you look at how they invest, you look at how they think, plan, or how the relationships are, it's shit. But my throat's closing up. Hold on one sec. Continue.
CJ, can you hear me?
Go ahead, Gus. Yeah, I can hear you. I think you got something.
I gotta get water. Okay. Google, take over.
Dude, if we hear an ambulance in the fucking background, that'd be it's always Bitcoin dialogue that drives people to fucking start choking on shit.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. I mean, the entire argument regarding, no one's saying that you have to commit to either one, so do whatever the fuck you want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, again, dude, I get it. I'm not even coming down on people who want to attack other people. Our position as a firm is that of neutrality. Like, there's no upside to me talking shit about any side, or like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I do give a fuck, but it's like, it's illogical to me, and so be it. Everyone's free to their own opinion, and if they want to be vocal about it and scream at the top of a fucking mountain, so be it. I avoid fight. Like I said, even me personally, outside of the firm, like, I avoid fights, especially when you start talking about disrespectful ones, with people I agree with such a large majority of shit on. Like, so, and if we disagree on 5%, 10%, 20% of shit, fine, but I'll try to do respectfully. Again, as long as you're not a fucking neocon or communist, like that, then I'll start taking the fucking glove. If you want to wipe out another million fucking Syrians, then I'll start taking the fucking gloves off. But yeah, I think there's a lot of shit going on, and I like observing it from a distance, and we, again, just be respectful of whatever the argument is on either side, kind of thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm just excited for the entire space, the tokens, the blockchain. I mean, it's just such an amazing time to be watching this technology move forth. And the interview that we did today, and we're going to be releasing hopefully tomorrow. You know, Adam's right in so many aspects in regards to the cryptos, and this is a guy that's been very plugged into it for a long time,
I'm
and
back.
he's back,
Dude. You made
and
it.
I think
You made it.
we're glad you're okay, V.
Yeah, man. Hold on. Oh crap. All right. Oh man.
Yeah. So no. So again, Adam talking about the crypto space and everything, and that whole Xbox PS4 thing is the perfect analogy of that the arguments. I mean, it's just craziness.
Yeah, and I, like I said, man, there's a lot of fucking moving parts, and no one knows what conversations are taking place behind closed doors and blah blah blah. But the truth is, like, I can't speak for everyone, but my assumption at this point, this is at least what I think, is that I think a lot of people, the people who got involved early on, and I'm not talking about whales, I'm talking about the average person. I think a lot of people have already pulled out some principal and profit, and at this point they're fucking playing with like house money and free money anyway. So it's like at this point everything's kind of fucking gravy. So I don't know. We'll see what the future holds. But I only have one criticism about it, and that criticism is that I wish people were like just respectful when they debated it. Like, don't again, we're not debating Stalinists. We're debating other libertarians that
Exactly.
we agree with each other on the majority of shit. We don't have to take gloves off and whatever. But again, it's a free fucking country, so do whatever the fuck. Well, for now it is. It's a free country for now, kind of. So yeah, that's my thought on it. But it's definitely interesting times, man. It's the movement that last weekend was pretty incredible to watch it from Friday. I mean, all this shit going on in Asia was incredible. The volatility was out of control. But it's regular BTC's back up to what, 72 right now, or whatever the fuck it is. I mean, and again, the aggregate values like fucking 8,500 or some shit. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, these are dude, these are good problems. People like, again, if I would have told you a year ago that the combined value of your Bitcoin was going to be 8 or 9 G's by the end of the year, you'd be like, what? Like, so
yeah, you'd be like, you're crazy. No way.
But dude, I lost the bet to Bix at an Acapulco, which was in late February. That I thought Bitcoin was going to correct. At the time, it was like, I think, I don't know, 1,100 in late February. It had bumped up to 1,100. And Bix is like, oh, it's going to hit 1,500. I'm like, dude, it's going to come back to 500 before it hits 1,500. And I lost that bet because I'm like, dude, if you would have told me fucking, like I said, if you would have told me in January that BTC is, because that's the kind of shit people, they say it like, oh, Bitcoin's going to be at 10,000. And you're like, dude, eventually, yes, but not in the next year. But it ended up coming true. Like,
and like Cliff High's reports, I mean, Cliff's been on the money, bro. It's scary. And 13,000 Bitcoin by February. I believe it. It's totally possible.
Dude, you can't at this point. I don't fucking know. Like, it could be anything.
Well, Gus, there's more important things to deal with in this world. There's a man out there who thinks he's a Filipino woman. That's more important to deal with,
bro. That's science. You can't even debate that. I think he doesn't think, he feels like he's a Filipino woman, and just like I feel like I'm an airplane. So you could argue with me, but then obviously I'm just going to call you a bigot because you're fucking hateful.
I feel like a Ferrari.
Dude, it's science, bro.
It is. I self-identify as a Ferrari LaFerrari.
Well, I think so when that story broke like a couple days ago, they immediately prompted up the psychologist and psychiatrist up there, the liberals, that to say, okay, we've given up on the science thing. You know, because they can't rationalize it with arguing against biology departments. So at that point they've hooked all their chips into, well, if they're not hurting you, let them think they are whatever they fucking want it. Like,
because that's healthy for the individual.
Well, here's dude, what they're doing is a wonderful play on linguistics, because at the end of the day, I don't care if they think they're fucking Napoleon or a leprechaun or whatever. In a free society, they have the right to think they're whatever the fuck they want. What they do not have the right to do is to force you and me to agree with them.
Yeah.
So, dude, think you're a fucking polar bear. I don't give a fuck. But the minute you and the government team up to say I have to call you a polar bear, now we have a fucking problem. The minute you start sending 5-year-olds to the principal's office because they didn't list you the right fucking the right animal, fucking whatever the fuck you think. Like, you have the right to think you are whatever you are, and I have the right to think you are mentally insane. Like, welcome to freedom, motherfucker. Think whatever you want, and let me think whatever I want, and you know we'll be fine. That story's so absurd on so many levels. Like, and have you seen the guy?
Oh, dude, he looks like a freak.
Dude, he's like this pasty, like he looks like an albino. Like, it's incredible. Like, it's like he's like this. Yeah, he kind of looks like a young Harvey Weinstein. he's a sloppy looking, chubby white guy, and it's like, come on, dude. Talk about fucking beta male. Holy fuck.
It truly is, man. There's a serious problem that's happening here, and it's hilarious to see this whole entire thing, man. It really is. I can't. It's just there's more important things to focus on. Dude, did you hear about the 842 sealed indictments that have been delivered?
I heard the story. I haven't dove into it yet, though.
Yeah, it's supposed I'm still trying to verify things here. I was thinking all this time there was 12 or 17 indictments, but it's 842.
What's the meat and potatoes of the content?
I don't know. Some are speculating it has to do with pizza and Uranium One. And supposedly Hillary and Clinton Foundation's on there.
But I have seen talk that Sessions is looking to move forward with all that. Like that appears like it's confirmed, or at least from what I've been reading and seeing out there, that it's confirmed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Forgive me for 10 seconds. I gotta blow my nose. I'm catching your fucking cold over the internet.
I'm telling you, man, it's contagious.
Son of a bitch. Dude,
I cannot escape from the monkey flu.
Do you think? And I think we've talked about this briefly over the last year. Do you think there's any fucking chance in hell we would ever see that bitch in cuffs?
Man, 842 indictments. I think there's a 1 in 842 chance.
Well, I think there would need, and this is just me thinking out loud in my opinion on it, but I think there would need to be given the way first of all, given the way the left has freaked out the last fucking year, and given what fucking political royalty that whole fucking scumbag family is, I think we would need. Dude, they let fucking Teddy Kennedy fucking drive drunk, kill a girl, and then not report it or whatever the fuck it was.
And then go to a bar for an alibi. The asshole,
dude. When you have that kind of
the asshole of the Senate,
dude. When you have that kind of dude, they don't eat their own. That's what I'm trying to say. I think you need such you need a blaring, glazing, smoking gun to put that bitch in handcuffs.
It could be.
It can't be like, oh, she did that. And the problem is, especially when you're a fucking oligarch like they are, they don't take white collar crime as serious. Because it's the only sin, and this isn't an original thought or quote. I heard someone else use it. Like Bernie Madoff's, in the oligarch's mind, Bernie Madoff's only sin was he fucked over other oligarchs. Like if he would have just fucked over the peasants, he'd be fine. Like Corzine did. You don't see fucking Corzine in a cell right now.
No, exactly.
But if you as long as you don't fuck as long as you don't fuck over the other people in the club, so to speak, you're fine. So that's the thing. Like it would take a lot to put that bitch away.
You know what it would take? It would take incriminating evidence. Incriminating absolute evidence of child trafficking.
Oh, yeah,
that would turn the entire American public screaming for blood. The left would absolutely freak out, and they will go into hiding.
Dude, who's that sick fuck who owns the island that
Jeffrey Epstein?
Yes, like, and they like convicted, and what do you get? Like a couple years or whatever the
slap
fuck,
on
like,
the wrist. I think what 12 months, 18 months.
Yeah, like a total fucking joke. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's kind of what we're talking about. Like, he's in the club. And that dude, have you do you hear CNN talk about that story? Do you hear MSNBC talk about that story?
No.
Like that he would have fucking Clinton, hang out at the fucking island. Like, it's, dude, the level of fucking
and Kevin Spacey will hang out at that island. It's terrible. It's just,
dude. How fast? Me and CJ talked about that. How fast is that motherfucker falling?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I think they're gonna take it too far, like they always do. Like, so I think they're gonna take all these instances of pedophilia or coercion used for sex. And they're gonna, what the feminists are gonna do, what the liberals are gonna do, is they're gonna weaponize it, and they're gonna say, "You said hi to a girl at a bar." Like, yeah, dude, they're gonna weaponize it against normal people. I'm telling you, for sure.
Well, look what they're doing with Judge Roy Moore,
dude.
And these virtue signaling a-holes in the media who are all about protecting the innocent and protecting women, and they care about women. They're not. You don't hear anything more about Harvey Weinstein, do you?
Dude, there have been. They want there to be no line between allegation and conviction, meaning that if political agendas be damned, ideologies be damned, mental illness of the woman be damned. Like, so it doesn't matter if something like the Duke lacrosse story or that mattress girl story out of New York. Like, that bitch is so fucking evil and disgusting.
Yep.
Like, just basically a girl who got fucking dumped and tried to send a guy to prison for it.
Yep.
Like, it's so fucking. She should be in fucking jail. Like,
there should be a consequence for misreporting crime.
100% The reason. And not to mention, like, there's two things. Like, the fact that you're actually taking away legitimacy, not legitimacy, but like, you can't have all these crazy evil bitches crying wolf, because there are legitimate cases of fucking rape. Like, so they're making it harder for the girls who are victims. Like, so you want to protect the girls, and we're trying to kill evil and rapists and shit. But when you give these women the power to falsely accuse men, like, that's fucking evil. First of all, you're trying to send him to prison. You're destroying his future, destroying his life, getting kicked out of school. Yeah, for any listeners who haven't, just Google mattress girl.
Oh,
and
God.
Don't read like the mainstream shit about it, because Wikipedia will skew it. The details of the fucking story are, the bitch was madly in love with the guy. They banged numerous fucking times. Like, he provided, after she took it public and made this art display, and then he provided all the text messages and IMs she sent him, where basically she was stalking him before and after. This is the best part. The dumb bitch, after she accused him of rape, the day she claimed she got raped, she came after him for the next 2-3 weeks for more sex after that. Well, that's what I'm like. The level, not only is she fucking evil and delusional, but she's fucking dumb. Like
Yes.
with electronic records and everything being documented now, like you didn't think the guy was going to be able to pull out those messages and say, this bitch was telling me she loved me like the next day and trying to bang me again. Like, so it's all, it's not fucking right. Like we have to take that very seriously. But if you're able, dude, it's like this, we can't confuse an allegation with a conviction there. And again, it's terrifying as a man, dude, as a single man. Like some bitch wants revenge on you. Some bitch is trying to destroy you, wants revenge on you. Like, they're going to.
Well, look at Judge Roy Moore. He touched me 40 years ago. What?
Dude, they tried blowing.
Really?
There was like an Adam Sandler thing where he put his hand on a girl's knee, like during an interview.
Yeah.
And they're like, dude, I'm telling the dude that they're doing what they do. They've taken it too far. Like, you give a girl.
Meanwhile, in Sweden.
Yeah. That's a great like visual if I think of it. Like, meanwhile, ... in Sweden, ... dude, we have to take it seriously. But again, there's a reason we have trial by jury, evidence, court system. Innocent until proven guilty. It's not innocent until alleged or whatever. So again, as a man, it's terrifying. It almost makes me want to like, you almost have to like text message before you.
There's a reason why men are leaving Western women in droves. They're going to Asia. They're going to South America. They're going to Russia. Like one of the biggest pickup artists in the world. This guy's out in the UK, out in London. He's like the master pickup artist. He just went to Russia and married a beautiful woman over there. He found a great girl, the whole nine yards. He settled down, you know. And the interview is like, you know, why are Western women so gone? Majority of Western women have bought into this BS third wave feminism. They've bought into liberalism. There's very few conservative women out there. So when you find a conservative woman, it's like finding a diamond in the rough, man. You know?
100%.
Yeah, man. When I met my better half, I was like, "Oh my God, you're like 1 in a billion. Holy crap! Where have you been hiding all my life?" You know, it's one of those things, dude. You know?
Well, dude, think about it. And again, me being a paranoid guy, and I'm always worried about both personal liability and company liability for the firm and all that shit. So I'm constantly brainstorming ways I got to make sure the company can't get fucked and I can't get fucked. Like, so think about it as a single man out there. Like, there are literally like fucking landmines everywhere. Like, so it doesn't matter if it's some gold digging skank who's going to force the government to point a gun at you and take half your shit. It doesn't matter if it's some bitch who's going to say a kid's yours that's not. Doesn't matter if it's some crazy bitch who's going to claim fake rape. A big popular one, and I've had a few this way, that like they'll literally think it's all right to just like physically start attacking you and you can't touch them back. Like, so like
crazy, man.
Dude, like I'm telling you, it's reverse.
You know, but that's starting to change because right now, because so many of these third wave feminists are screaming equal rights while they're attacking men. A lot of men these days are believing that they should in turn participate with equal rights and less.
Welcome.
And laying some of these crazy psycho women out, literally.
Welcome to equality, bitch. Right.
Yeah, because they're doing something their daddies should have done to them to put them in check. What happens is that most of these girls grow up in these homes with these limp-wristed men who are father figures who are just, you know, where the wife runs the show. The man is like a schlep rock who just, you know, sits in a corner, you know, dying. You know, his balls have been like cut off. It's on top of the refrigerator in a mason jar. It's unreal, man.
Dude, you know where some of the greatest reported numbers of abuse are? Like physical abuse, domestic violence, etc. They're actually in lesbian relationships.
Of course.
So you have so they're all like, oh, protect women, pro women, don't abuse your significant other, blah, blah, blah. And then meantime, they're beating the butch is beating the fuck out of the fucking fembot.
Yeah.
So like that's the role. And guess what? They think they could get away with it because they're women. Like, we're women, so we could just beat the fuck out of anyone, including men. Like, your kids, we could beat the shit out of your children too. Like, it's like, dude, it's fucking insane. The whole thing's fucking insane. But that's what I mean. Like, there's literally fucking landmines everywhere. And some guys haven't experienced this, or like don't want to fucking say it out loud. And it's like, dude, it's out there. Like, you just haven't been single long enough. Trust me, it's fucking there. And it makes me do something. It forces me to do something I hate doing, which is like getting the government involved. Like if some bitch starts destroying your fucking property or physically attacking you, like, dude, I hate, that's not old school. Old school is me just throwing you out of a window. Yep. The problem is I can't, because then I'll be the fucking asshole who ends up in handcuffs.
Right.
So it's like you have to actually call the fucking cops and be like, this bitch is like throwing lamps at me and trying to fucking. It's fucking absurd, dude. But
it's what they want to bow up. They believe the horse shit that they're G.I. Jane. Okay, and I'm sorry, dude. I mean, look, man,
bro, you gotta. What I've learned at 40, that I wish I would have known at 25 was you gotta sniff this shit out early.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Dude,
any single guy dating, first thing if you're a single guy and you want to find out how this girl is, ask her how's your relationship with your dad? What kind of father figure do you have? Is he an alpha dog, or is he some beta male cuck who sits in a corner? And if he's a beta male cuck sitting in a corner, you're going to be dealing with some shit, my friend. Give it time, you'll meet crazy.
You gotta be honest with yourself, and if you see those little red flags, you run for the fucking hill. The problem is, it doesn't matter. Our weakness, and I'm going to use the word, but I don't use it a lot on the show. As it should be, or as it physically is intended to be used. Our weakness as men, it throws IQ out the window. It throws psychology out the window. Men's weakness is fucking poontang. That's it.
It is the weakness. It is how empires fall, my friend.
Dude, it has taken down empires. It has taken down fortunes. It is so. If
even El Cuco, all the tequila.
I'm muted, laughing my ass off right now.
Dude, how many great men have went down to poontang? I mean, over the fucking centuries and millennia, like it's launched fucking wars, it's launched ships, guys
people off of rooftops.
Yeah, dude, guys much smarter than me, guys who are legends, guys who's invented things, like it throws everything out the window. So if she gets you addicted before you have a chance to find out she's fucking evil and insane,
you got problems.
You got big problems. Yeah. You just have to be honest with yourself and stop thinking with your dick and think with your head. And once you become addicted to it, the problem is crazy is kind of hot too.
It is. And what happens is that, you become not hypnotized, Pootangatized.
Dude, that one might end up on a fucking Urban Dictionary tomorrow.
Pootangatized. And that's what happens.
Look at Harley Quinn, right? Look at Harley Quinn.
Dude, she's so fucking hot.
What's Harley Quinn? Oh, you mean Batman, Joker's girlfriend in the movie?
Yes.
Oh, Margot Robbie. Yeah. Exactly. That's what happens.
Yeah, it helps that Robbie plays her. She's a fucking 10, obviously.
Okay, real quick, Margot Robbie or Gal Gadot in Wonder Woman? What do you think?
Wow.
I'm gonna go with Gal Gadot.
Again, I wouldn't. I guess it depends if you
Gal Gadot.
If you feel like blonde that day or brunette, I guess. I mean, I'm
dude,
good.
Dude, I am heavily favored to the swarthy Mediterranean brunette look. It's. I married one. It's my preference.
Yeah, I'm
Something about it, dude. Especially when they tan, they get that olive complexion.
Dude, I'm low maintenance, bro. As long as there's no penis and no pulse.
That's the other thing you got to watch out for these days,
dude. We've talked about that too, bro.
Oh my god,
they're gonna end up getting one of these motherfuckers killed.
Yep.
No, dude. you gotta sniff it out early, man. I know it's hard to walk away, but if the bitch is evil, you got, because here's the thing. Crazy bitches make for amazing bangs, but they make for terrible girlfriends, terrible wives, and terrible mothers.
Yep.
So they're as great as the pussy is, like it doesn't. You can't stick around for banging. Like eventually you're gonna have the family over, and you might pop kids out. And blah, blah. So you got to think long term. You got to think fucking. It's. But
you know, people always say, you know, women run the world to be a better place. No, look at Sweden, dude. Look at how draconian, how totalitarian, and how insane Sweden is. You realize they're about to change their flags? There's a huge push in Sweden to have their flags changed.
Well, if you take it down, dude, I don't know if you observed this or not. If you take it down to the micro level, the family level,
yeah,
the most dysfunctional, toxic households and families I've observed
are all run by women, bro.
Matriarchies, absolutely.
Yep. All run by women.
100%. It's totally fucking dysfunctional. It's totally fucking toxic. It's just there's no rule. There's no like fucking law and order. There's just breakdowns in respect, breakdowns in what's acceptable.
I've seen that so many times, even in like my own like extended relatives and families' lives. I see their mothers always running the show. Like, in my household, my dad is such an alpha dog. No, my mom don't try nothing. I mean, dude, I'm terrified of my dad. My dad would beat my ass.
No, dude, I observed the same thing growing up, observing friends and family and girls I've dated, where you'll go to their family's house and it'll be like one dad and 5 women or something, and like the guy can't say a word. He's like a zombie. Like you'd think he was like in a museum. Like he's afraid to turn up the volume on the TV. He's like, I gotta keep it cool. Like he looks like a man.
Looks terrified.
Dude, terrified. Like no sense of confidence, no sense of fucking freedom, no sense of.
I see it with like relatives. I was with some of my cousins and stuff. And you see it translate. They're terrified of their wives, and they marry women who domineer them. It's the funniest thing in the world.
I'm telling you, man. And I usually don't like stereotyping, but I'm 100%. But just because I've recognized the pattern my whole life.
Yeah.
Matriarchal families are usually the more fucking toxic, dysfunctional.
Of course.
It's not a pleasant environment to be around. Like I was describing Thanksgiving to you, where it's just fucking at our family, it's just dudes being dudes, boozing, swearing, poker, blah blah blah. You go into some of those matriarchal fucking like holidays, it's just like it's fucking like there's The View playing in the background. They're all fucking singing Beth Midler tunes. It's you can't say the fucking F word. It's like Jesus. It's fucking brutal, dude. And again, they're usually dysfunctional. They're usually broken homes too, a large portion of the time. So yeah, man, they're. But again, we usually know which direction those people vote too.
Dude, exactly correct. They all vote Democrat. They and it's like most of those households that are matriarchal. You got enough of them. You have what I call a gynocentric country. And once you have a gynocentric country, you're done. You're absolutely done. You've thrown logic to the wind. It's over, and it's the end of civilization. Hitler knew this. Hitler knew it better than anybody. He's like, let me get the women. Let me make them part of the Reich, and then I'll get them. And then I'll easily get the men and children.
Well, I think all the collectivist societies do it, because I think there were like the Stalinists did it too, and the commies did it in Russia. And like you, dude, there was that one New York Times article: "Is sex better under socialism or under communism?"
God.
Yeah, it's like
so much better,
because they want these fucking women who like are fucking miserable in their existence to think like, yeah, before that it was all fucking in communist Russia it was all orgies, and women were all making $500,000 a year and banging three men a day, and like sure they were. No, dude, they appeal to them.
It's so funny. My other half is hilarious. whenever we see like this far left wing nut job woman, some third wave feminist, my wife would just look at them and be like, "Well, that's because she's never been bent over and dug out." I'm like, "Hey, you said it, not me." She's like, she's never been bent. She's never been railed by a real man. That's exactly what it is.
Well, dude, you know, the most fucked up thing is like the feminists will like talk down to people like your wife and be like
yeah, but and then see my wife is such an alpha female. Like she's conservative. She's the most amazing mom, a great wife, and
but they
but at the same time she's from New York City. She grew up in like Little Italy, you know. She'll punch someone in the mouth, bro.
Bro, what the sales pitch, the sales pitch these butches give normal women is like many of my friends' wives, your wife, the sales pitch they give them is, if you believe in traditional family, nuclear family, you are betraying our gender. They're like, if you believe on being a good wife and a good mother or a stay-at-home wife, like you're like, they try to, dude, they're authoritarian fucking liberals. So they need to tell you how to think. Like, here's how you're gonna live. Here's how you're gonna think. You have babies. You're the devil. Like,
right. And that doesn't fly against a good conservative woman. A good conservative woman will put that butch idiot into place. And dude, let me ask you this, right? This is what I don't understand about gays and lesbians, right? If you're gay, right, or if you're a lesbian, right, and you're like, I see this with so many of these lesbian girls. I don't like men. I'm gay. I'm lesbian. But then all of a sudden you meet their quote unquote girlfriend, and it's the most butch looking girl you've ever seen. And I'm like, wait a minute, you don't like men, but you're dating a woman who's pretending to look like a man. Then what is the point?
Yeah, here's what
at least get the real thing.
Here's what I've observed, and I first kind of I noticed it even 10 years ago. In Chicago, there's an area called Boys Town. That's like the gay community in Chicago. Is that, dude? Not all, but there's a lot of, and Milo does a great job pointing this out too. There's a lot of conflict between gay men and lesbians.
Of course there is.
It's almost like
lesbians. I don't think it exists.
It's like a power struggle, like, because I think in their mind, and I don't want to speak for them because I'm not a lesbian, but I think in a lesbian's mind, she's like, I'm both gay and a woman, so I'm very high up the victim totem pole. Like, sure. If I was a Muslim and a midget, I'd be unstoppable. But and I think in a gay guy's mind, he's like, dude, fuck you, bitch. Like, I'm gay. I don't need to kiss your ass because you're a woman. Like, fuck off. I don't. And here's me thinking out loud. And the gay guy isn't trying to get down any of their pants either. No. So he really doesn't give a fuck. He's like, fuck you. And I think that's kind of where Milo's head's probably at. He's probably like, bitch, I'm not even trying to fuck you.
No.
Fuck off. Like,
exactly. And Milo even said that Milo swears up and down. He's like, I don't believe there's any such real thing as lesbian. And it was Gavin McGinnis. Gavin said this was so hilarious. He said, what the hell did he say? They're bisexual. They're lesbian until graduation. A lot of these college girls, right? Something like that. It's something funny. But yeah, man.
I typically, I don't think I've ever had an argument or a fight with a gay guy. Like, it's
never had a problem with a gay dude, bro.
Me neither. It's always it's either
cool. They do their thing, whatever it is, but never had a problem with gay dudes. Never.
I have the only guys who've ever like attacked me are guys,
the beta cucks.
Yes,
the white knight beta cucks.
Yes, correct. The gay guys are totally cool. They're like, dude, whatever, man. We don't like, and so it's the guys who bang women, but they're total beta male pussies. And same with the lesbians. I never have a problem with a lesbian fembot. It's always the lesbian butch. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it's because we have the same haircut or
it's because she's trying to pretend to be a dude and she's trying to out testosterone you, so she can throw her weight around her beta cuck friends who probably worship the ground she walks on. Then all of a sudden she gets in front of an alpha male and it's like, oh, now she's threatened and she wants to blow up, and then you grab, you grab her neck, you grab her by the throat, and all of a sudden she realizes, oh crap, because after all, it's equal rights and equal lefts, right?
Dude, they're very the butch lesbian is very aggressive. Very like I've seen
YouTube videos of dudes slapping them, and you see them start crying like a little girl.
Dude, I had one attack me verbally in Rome.
Punched her
when I was in Rome, and I didn't even know it was happening.
You should have clocked her right in the mouth.
Dude, I didn't. My buddy dragged me out of there. One of my best friends I grew up with, he's like, dude, let's go to the next bar. I'm like, all right. And then while we're leaving, he's like, did you even hear what the fuck she was saying? Because it was loud in the place. And he's like, dude, she was fucking talking such shit. And blah, blah. I'm like, dude, it's probably, again, I'd probably just verbally blow her up. Dude, I'll probably say something I shouldn't right now. I would probably verbally like go off on her to the point of trying to get her to initiate contact.
Oh, why not? It's equal rights.
And once contact's initiated, then anything goes. No, dude, and here's the crazy thing, and we've talked about this too. It's like, there's that old thing called Napoleon complex, where like the little dude will start shit with the big dude. It's kind of the same thing, like,
but worse when it's grouped with when you fuel that up with some estrogen. It's like Napoleon complex times 2.
It's Napoleon complex with a vagina. Yes, it's even worse. They something to prove, and they think, at least like a small guy who starts shit with a bigger guy, in the back of his mind is like, this big guy might fucking elbow me across the mouth. If it's a butch woman, she's probably like, I can do whatever the fuck I want. This motherfucker can't fucking do anything. Like, so
yeah, I have equal right. I'm a protected class. He can't touch me.
Yeah, dude, they're an aggressive fucking bunch, aggressive as fuck, and dangerously aggressive, because it's not retroactive, it's proactive. It's fucking in your face. We're coming at, like, we're gonna overhear your conversation and fucking blow you up for saying fuck and blah, like, or I'll say, what was it? It's probably like, I think I might have said the word chicks or something. I'm like, this place is a lot of, because he told me, he's like, she lost her mind once she heard. Like, we were talking, I'm like, there's a lot of hot chicks here. Just thinking out loud to my buddy, and she overheard that, and I think that's what made her fucking snap. Me
oh my god! You complimented the demographic of women that were attending there. The amount of women.
I said it was
hot. Oh, God forbid.
I said the word chicks.
Chauvinist pig.
Triggered. It's the same as being Harvey Weinstein, dude. It's the same thing. You said the word chicks. But that's what I mean. Like they're.
Meanwhile, in Sweden.
Dot.
That's what I'm going to interject with every time. Meanwhile, in Sweden.
Dot. That's what. That, you know what, man? You might be, the ultimate cure might just be to throw some of these bitches in fucking Saudi Arabia for like a year.
No, just taking them out of Sweden, bro. They'll 1 week they'll be begging for patriarchy in 1 week.
I love Christianity. I love the West.
I love Western civilization. I was wrong.
I was wrong. Dude, they don't. I'm telling you, man. It's a big world out there, and it always makes me laugh when they stick up for ideologies like that.
Yep.
But whatever. It just shows what total full of shit they are. I mean, it's all bullshit, man. It's whatever. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Absolutely, my man. Absolutely. Anyway, we're at the end of the broadcast, dude. Why don't you plug Perpetual Assets?
LatinoHeat.com, LatinoHeat.org.
El Cuco, see if that URL is available. We'll buy it.
I think I own that domain.
Dude, lock that fucking thing up immediately. Yep. Dude, Perpetual Assets, perpetualassets.com. If you want to manage your own retirement account, buy cryptos with it, buy metal with it. You're running the thing. It's an asset management firm, a holding firm. We don't tell you what to buy. We just set everything up so you could run the thing and get very creative within the crypto space or the metal space, or it doesn't matter if it's equities, commodities, currencies. You're totally up to the client. Check us out, perpetualassets.com. You could Google us or Jesus, fuck, sorry. I don't want to say Google. You can put us into a search browser or just go directly to our site.
That's it. And with that being said, folks, you can follow us on roguemoney.net, and that's the Rogue Money on Twitter, Rogue Money Facebook, Rogue Money every single podcasting app known to humanity. And with that being said, Latino Heat, take it away.